Welcome my friends and family to our Georgia suburban homestead. We're going to be waxing some new bee frames today. These are new. I bought them this weekend. Now technically the manufacturer says these are waxed. And if you look closely, you can actually see a little bit of wax, and you might be able to feel a little bit of wax. As far as the bee's concerned, these aren't waxed. What you need to do is get them looking kind of like this, where the bees can chew on this wax and just pull it out and make themselves some comb. Where with this, where they don't really consider it wax, what they're going to end up doing is they're going to put a strip of wax down the thing, and they're going to build sideways instead of following the pattern imprinted into the plastic. So we're going to wax this, and we're going to take this one, and we're going to make it look more like this one. Now, I use a little crock pot. I think I paid like 19 bucks for this thing. Fill it halfway full of water, and then let it melt the wax.
Can you show us the wax, what the wax looks like?
Well, that's the top. It's just melted.
So you're using beeswax?
Yes, I'm using beeswax. And we're going to just go back and forth on here. This morning it was a lot cooler, and this would almost solidify immediately. As you can see, I'm starting to get a little white on top of that black background. You don't want to get it down in the fill the hose, you just want to go across the ridge. So you can see that it's still got the beehive pattern in it. Like I say, the bees do not consider these things as you get them from the store to be wax. And they will not build on them correctly. Another thing to remember, at least from the resource that I remember reading from, it takes 8 pounds of honey to produce 1 pound of wax. And of course the bees got to have wax or they don't have any place to lay their eggs. So every pound of wax you put in there, you're saving yourself 8 pounds of honey. The other way to look at that is that's 8 pounds of honey and not nectar. It's going to take a whole lot more nectar to produce that 8 pounds of honey, since nectar is usually only about 5% sugar. I got a little paintbrush, really cheap thing. And again, I'm just trying to build up a layer from the ridges of that pattern so that they chew that and they just pull it straight out. And they were produce wax across this whole comb. If I don't do this, like I say, they're build a little stripe like that, and they're build sideways to it. So your comb's going to come out sideways instead of coming out from the flat of the foundation.
Could you hold up one that's not done next to one that is done so people can see the contrast, and I'll zoom in.
Yep.
There you go.
So, as you see, you still see the bottoms of the cell structure. You don't want to get the wax down into the cell structure, you're just going to waste it. You want to build it on the ridges. And they're just walk across that and they chew that out and just pull it straight out, and then the next thing you know, they've got half their comb built. They don't have to add a lot of wax to it. So, if you buy this type of foundation, make sure you buy some wax and come out here and wax them. Alright, well, I'm getting visited by a friend here. Y'all press the subscribe button, ring the bell, give me a thumbs up. Come back to see more things about how to keep bees. They're fun, and hey, you actually can get some honey out of it. It's not exactly free, but not much work. It's like gardening. All right, next side. Y'all come back. See you. Bye.